Alrighty, folks, we're in the Orange Book on page 190, 7-7, dividing a polynomial by a monomial. The objective here is to divide monomial by monomials, to divide a polynomial by a monomial, and to raise a quotient to a power. These are things you've all seen before. You just didn't know they were called monomials and polynomials at the time. Okay? Alright, in this first example, let's do negative 27 a to the fourth divided by 9a squared. Now this can also look like this, negative 27a to the fourth over 9a to the second. Okay, you have seen this before. I know it'll ring a bell here in just a moment. Okay, so I prefer to write mine like this way. Okay, so let's just do a little erase in here. And a little squiggly. There we go. Now, your very first step when you're dividing monomials is to take care of the numbers first. So this is saying negative 27 over 9, which is saying negative 27 divided by 9, which is going to give us a negative 3. Okay. Then we deal with our variables and our exponents. So we have a to the fourth over a to the second. Okay. So right now we're going to go back to when we first were dividing exponents. And I want you to think about the rules that you use when you're dividing exponents. So when we multiply exponents, we simply add them. When we divide them, we're going to subtract them. So we have 4 minus 2, which is going to give us a positive 2. Then we simply just put our product together, our quotient together. So we have our negative 3 and our new exponent of a positive 2, so negative 3a to the second. Okay? So that's dividing monomials. Let's do another example of that. Let's do 12c to the fourth over, let's do 6c to the 10th. Okay? First things first, let's divide our numbers. So 12 divided by 6. It's going to give us a positive 2. So that's our first quotient. Okay? Second thing we're going to do is we're going to divide our exponents. So we have c to the fourth divided by c to the 10th. Okay? That's going to give us c to the negative 6th. Okay? Where do we put our negative exponents in order to make them positive? We put them on the bottom of a fraction bar. So this is going to equal 2 over c, we lose the negative sign, to the 6th. Okay? That's it. So first step, divide your numbers. Second step is to divide the exponents, which is simply subtracting them. Okay? Alrighty, so let's go to dividing polynomials by monomials. Excuse me. Alright, so let's do this one. Let's do, actually, give me another color. Let's do 8x cubed minus 12x squared plus 20x divided by, positive 4x. Okay? All we're going to do here is we are going to divide each of these three terms by 4x. That's it. Okay? That's all we're doing here. So in the first one here, we have 8 divided by 4. 4x. Oopsie poopsie. Which is going to give us 2. 3 minus 1 is going to be x squared. It's 2x squared minus. Our next one is it would be negative 12x squared divided by 4x. Negative 12 divided by 4 is going to give us that negative 3. 2 minus 1 is going to be 1x. Okay? And our last one here, we have 20x divided by 4x. 20 divided by 4 is a positive 5. 1 minus 1 is 0, so our x's cancel out there. So this is your final answer. Okay? Okay, let's do another example of dividing polynomials by monomials. So we have this one right here. We're going to divide this entire polynomial, each term, by 4y squared. So I want you to pause the video, and I want you to try and solve it using the laws of division of exponents and dividing whole numbers, okay? So pause the video when you're ready to hit play and check your answer. Alrighty, folks, if you got xy plus 3x squared y squared over 4 plus 1/4, you did it correctly. Now, just so you know, this right here can also be shown as 3 over 4 times 3 over 4 x squared y squared. This is the exact same thing. It just looks a little different. Okay? And if you made a mistake, try to figure out where your mistake was so you can see where your what piece that you're missing there. Okay? So the last thing we're talking about is raising. Excuse me. The law of exponents for powers to raise a quotient to a power. Okay? So we're raising to a power. Okay? Alrighty. So let's say we have in parentheses, we have x cubed over y to the 4th. Okay? And on the outside, we have this 2, or this squared sign. This equals x cubed over y to the 4th times x cubed over y to the 4th, right? That's what that equals, okay? But instead of showing this work, all you're going to do here is multiply these exponents together. That's all we're going to do. So what I mean by that is you're going to multiply the 3 by 2 here and the 4 by 2 there. So you're going to multiply this down here. So that's going to give you x to the 6th over y to the 8th. Okay? That's how raising a power is. You don't need to show this work right here, but that is why you're actually multiplying instead of adding the exponents there. Okay? So let's do another one. Let's do a to the 7th over b to the 5th in parentheses. Let's do 3. Okay? All we're doing is multiplying right here and right here. Okay? So 7 times 3 is 21, so we have a to the 21st over b to the 15th. Okay? Let's do a trickier one. Let's do b to the negative 2nd over x to the negative 3. There we go. Let's put that to the negative 4th. Okay? So, b to the negative, so right here, we're going to do negative 2 times negative 4, which is going to give us a positive 8. So we have b to the positive 8th. And then we have negative 3 times negative 4, which is going to give us a positive 12. So your answer would look like b to the 8th, x to the 12th. That's what that would be. So the same rules apply. If you're multiplying negative exponents, it's going to turn into a positive exponent. If you have one negative and one positive exponent, it's going to remain a negative exponent. Okay? All right, let's do one more of these. Let's do m to the 4th over n to the 5th, all to the 3rd power. Okay? What are we going to get on top? That's rightio. M to the 12th over n to the 15th. Okay? Alrighty, let's do this last one. This one's a little bit of a trickier one. Need a different color. Let's do, in parentheses, 2w to the 0 power over t to the 5th. Alrighty, I want you to pause the video. See if you can figure that one out. Oh, I'm sorry, to the 4th power. Ooh, you probably need that. See if you can figure that bad boy out, and then hit play when you're ready to see the answer. Alright, so if you got 16 over t to the 20th, you did it correctly. Alright, what I did here was, so this is 2 right here. This is 2 times w to the 0 power, right? Anything to the 0 power equals a whole number of 1, so that automatically cancels out. So then we have to distribute and multiply this 4 times this exponent of 1. So we had 2 to the 4th power. Multiply 5 times 4 here and got t to the 20th. 2 to the 4th power equals a whole number of 16 over t to the 20th. Okay? Alrighty, that's all I have for you. It's just a couple examples. Again, I just had my textbook open to page 190, 191 if you have any questions. If I were you, I would try these to see if you have a good feel for it. And I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye. Good luck.